Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you try, financial stability seems just out of reach? What if achieving abundance could be as simple as carrying a few spiritually significant items? Inspired by ancient Buddhist teachings, today's video explores 6 transformative objects believed to attract prosperity, shield against financial stress, and foster a mindset of growth. These aren't just trinkets, they hold deep symbolic meanings designed to align you with the flow of abundance. Before we dive into the list, remember to like, subscribe, and comment below with this affirmation: I am open to receiving abundance and prosperity. Let's set the intention for wealth to flow into your life this November. In Buddhist philosophy, the metaphor of unlocking doors aligns deeply with the teachings of self-awareness and inner transformation. A small key is not merely a physical object, it represents the potential within oneself to open the locked doors of ignorance, fear, and attachment, barriers that often prevent us from achieving financial freedom or success. Buddhism places great emphasis on the Eightfold Path, particularly the principle of right effort, which teaches us to actively work toward positive change. Carrying a key reminds us of the effort required to identify opportunities and unlock our own potential. The simple act of touching it can symbolize a commitment to mindfulness and the pursuit of meaningful goals. One of the most famous stories in Buddhism is that of Angulimala, a feared bandit who turned his life around through a profound encounter with the Buddha. Angulimala, whose name means garland of fingers, had committed countless atrocities. Yet, when he met the Buddha, instead of condemnation, he received compassion and guidance. In this story, the Buddha became a key for Angulimala, unlocking his potential for transformation and leading him to enlightenment. Angulimala became a monk and lived the rest of his life in peace and service. Takeaway: just as Angulimala found redemption and purpose, the key you carry serves as a reminder that opportunities for change and growth are always present, no matter how dear your circumstances may seem. Imagine a young entrepreneur struggling with self-doubt and financial insecurity. Inspired by Buddhist teachings, they start carrying a small key as a symbol of their readiness to seize opportunities. One day, during a seemingly mundane networking event, they strike up a conversation with a stranger who becomes their first investor. The key, while simple, represented their openness and belief in possibilities. Reflection: are there opportunities around you that you might be overlooking because of fear or doubt? What keys, both literal and metaphorical, can you carry to remind yourself to remain open? Set intentions each morning. Touch the key and set a financial or personal goal for the day. For example, today, I will look for one new opportunity to grow. Stay mindful throughout the day. Whenever you feel the key, pause to reflect: are you aligned with your intentions? Are you ready to seize the opportunities around you? Embrace detachment. A key can only unlock a door if you let go of the need to force it. Trust the process, as the Buddha taught, and allow opportunities to flow naturally. In Buddhism, the concept of interdependence, pratityasamutpada, teaches us that everything is connected. Opportunities don't arise in isolation, they are the result of countless factors coming together. The key symbolizes our ability to align with this flow of interconnected events. Emperor Ashoka of India was once a ruthless conqueror. After witnessing the horrors of war, he encountered Buddhist teachings that unlocked his potential for compassion and governance. He became one of the most renowned proponents of Buddhism, spreading its principles across Asia. The key for Ashoka was the realization that true power lay not in domination but in wisdom and service. Lesson: like Ashoka, when we unlock our true potential, The opportunities we create can ripple outward, benefiting not just ourselves but the world around us. The key you carry is more than a symbol, it is a daily affirmation of readiness, effort, and openness. Just as the Buddha encouraged his followers to look within for solutions, the key reminds us that the power to unlock opportunities lies in our hands. In Buddhist culture, rice has long been a symbol of sustenance, abundance, and the interdependence of all things. A single grain represents the potential for growth, the fruits of patience, and the cyclical nature of life. This simple yet profound object reminds us that small actions, when nurtured over time, lead to great outcomes, whether in wealth, relationships, or spiritual growth. In the Buddha's teachings, the middle way emphasizes balance and gradual progress. Just as rice grows slowly with care and nurturing, so too must we cultivate our financial stability and personal success through consistent effort. This concept aligns with the Buddhist principle of right livelihood, samma ajiva, which encourages ethical, patient, and mindful means of generating wealth. One of the most famous stories involving rice is the tale of Sujata, a young woman who played a pivotal role in the Buddha's journey to enlightenment. After years of extreme asceticism, Siddhartha Gautama was on the brink of death due to his rigorous fasting. Sujata, unaware of his identity, offered him a bowl of rice milk. This simple act of generosity nourished Siddhartha and inspired him to embrace the middle way, a path of balance between indulgence and deprivation. Lesson: the single grain of rice in Sujata's offering symbolized hope, sustenance, and the wisdom to seek balance. Similarly, the grain of rice you carry can remind you that even the smallest actions can lead to profound transformation. A Buddhist parable tells of a farmer who cultivated rice in a small plot of land. Every day, he worked diligently, nurturing the seedlings, watering them, and ensuring they were free from weeds. Though his efforts seemed insignificant at first, over time his field flourished, providing enough rice to feed his family and neighbors. Reflection: like the farmer, your financial journey starts with small, intentional actions. Whether it's saving a single dollar or investing in a modest venture, these consistent efforts eventually yield significant rewards. The principle embodied by a grain of rice mirrors the financial concept of compounding. Small, consistent savings or investments grow exponentially over time, much like a single grain that multiplies into a bountiful harvest. Example: a person who saves just $5 a day may think it's insignificant. However, over 30 years, with consistent effort and compound interest, that small habit can grow into a substantial fund for retirement or other goals. The grain of rice also symbolizes the Buddhist teaching of anicca, or impermanence. Just as rice goes through stages, seedling, growth, harvest, so too does our wealth or success. Recognizing this helps us stay patient during times of difficulty, trusting that growth will come if we nurture it consistently. A monk, traveling through a famine-stricken village, was offered a single grain of rice by a poor villager. The monk planted the grain and tended to it every day, using his wisdom and resources to cultivate the soil. In time, that single grain yielded a field of rice, enough to feed the entire village. Lesson: this story illustrates that even the smallest acts of generosity, patience, or effort can lead to life-changing results when approached with mindfulness and care. Daily reminder: carrying a single grain of rice in your pocket serves as a physical reminder to take small, consistent actions toward your financial and personal goals. Mindful saving: start a habit of saving small amounts daily or weekly. No matter how insignificant it seems. Trust the process, recognize that growth takes time. Like a farmer tending to a field. Your efforts may not yield immediate results. But with patience and care, abundance will follow. Emperor Ashoka, after his transformation into a devout Buddhist, implemented policies to improve the lives of his people. He encouraged the cultivation of rice fields across his empire, ensuring that even the poorest had access to sustenance. This act symbolized his belief in nurturing small beginnings for long-term prosperity. Lesson: like Ashoka, we can focus on cultivating small efforts, whether in personal finance, career, or relationships, that grow into sustainable success over time. In Buddhism, the concept of interdependence, pratityasamutpada, reminds us that nothing exists in isolation. A grain of rice is not just a seed, it is the result of soil, water, sunlight, and the farmer's effort. Similarly, our financial success is interconnected with our choices, actions, and the opportunities we create. Reflection question: what grains in your life are you nurturing today that will lead to abundance tomorrow? The grain of rice you carry is more than a symbol, it's a guidepost for patience, persistence, and trust in gradual growth. Whether you're building wealth, developing skills, or fostering relationships, the lessons of the grain remind you that every great journey begins with a single, small step. Cinnamon, with its bold aroma and invigorating energy, aligns with the Buddhist principles of right intention and right action on the Eightfold Path. Just as cinnamon stirs the senses, it serves as a reminder to stay present, energized, and proactive in our pursuit of success. In Buddhist teachings, energy is not only a resource to achieve material goals but also a tool to develop inner strength and focus. Cinnamon is often considered a money magnet in spiritual traditions, symbolizing warmth, prosperity, and the ability to attract opportunities. Its aromatic essence encourages boldness and action, qualities essential for financial success. In the Buddhist context, cinnamon embodies the energy needed to take right effort, samavayama, to persevere in the face of challenges and align your actions with a meaningful purpose. An old Buddhist story tells of a struggling merchant who stumbled upon a fragrant cinnamon tree in the forest. Its scent invigorated his senses, and he decided to collect some bark to sell in the nearby market. The cinnamon's unique aroma caught the attention of a wealthy trader, who purchased the merchant's entire stock, changing his fortune overnight. The merchant later planted more cinnamon trees, creating a thriving trade. He attributed his success not only to the cinnamon but to the boldness it inspired in him to seize the opportunity. Lesson: the cinnamon in this story symbolizes the courage to recognize and act on opportunities. By carrying a cinnamon stick, we remind ourselves to stay energized and ready to seize the moments that can transform our lives. In Buddhist meditation practices, certain objects, scents, or rituals are used to stimulate focus and motivation. Cinnamon, with its sharp and invigorating aroma, has a similar effect. It helps clear mental blockages, encouraging clarity and determination in pursuing your goals. Example: imagine a person who keeps a cinnamon stick in their pocket. Every time they touch it, they are reminded to stay motivated. Whether it's during a job interview, a business meeting, or a negotiation for better pay. In Buddhism, courage is often linked to the concept of fearlessness, abhaya. The Buddha taught that true fearlessness arises from wisdom and mindfulness. Cinnamon, as a symbol of courage, reminds us to face challenges with clarity and determination. Understanding that obstacles are part of the path to growth. A famous Buddhist tale recounts a time when a fearful king sought the Buddha's advice on how to rule his kingdom with confidence. The Buddha handed him a handful of fragrant herbs, including cinnamon, and said, "Just as these herbs spread their fragrance far and wide, so too does the courage of a mindful ruler inspire trust and prosperity." The king understood that his courage came not from conquest but from mindful and just actions, which eventually brought peace and wealth to his kingdom. Lesson: courage, like the scent of cinnamon, spreads and creates ripples. In your financial life, acting boldly with mindfulness can open doors to unexpected opportunities. The tiger's eye stone embodies qualities deeply rooted in Buddhist philosophy: protection, clarity, and resilience. Its shimmering bands resemble the calm yet vigilant eye of a tiger, symbolizing the ability to see clearly and act wisely amidst uncertainty. In Buddhism, this resonates with the teachings of mindfulness, sati, and the importance of grounding oneself to make wise decisions. Financial risks often arise from impulsive decisions driven by fear or greed. Tiger's eye, as a grounding stone, helps align your thoughts and actions with mindfulness, promoting calculated, steady decision-making. This aligns with the Buddhist principle of right thought, samma sankappa, encouraging clarity and intention in every choice. A famous Buddhist story tells of a wealthy merchant who sought the Buddha's guidance. The merchant had received a lucrative offer but felt uneasy about the deal. The Buddha advised him to meditate, quiet his mind, and observe the situation from a place of clarity. After reflecting, the merchant realized the offer was a trap, designed to exploit his resources. He declined the deal and later discovered that his mindfulness had saved him from financial ruin. Lesson: like the merchant in the story, carrying tiger's eye reminds us to stay grounded and clear-headed, especially in high-stakes decisions. The stone acts as a silent teacher, encouraging resilience and mindfulness in financial matters. The tiger, known for its patience and precision, mirrors the Buddhist teaching of right effort, persisting calmly even in the face of adversity. Tiger's eye strengthens this resilience, reminding you to approach financial challenges with courage and wisdom. A Buddhist parable tells of a farmer who, during a violent storm, remained calm and grounded, saving his crops while others panicked and abandoned their fields. His resilience and ability to stay centered ensured his survival and prosperity. Lesson: tiger's eye serves as a talisman for such resilience, helping you weather financial storms and emerge stronger. Imagine an entrepreneur on the verge of signing a partnership deal. They carry a tiger's eye stone as a reminder to remain patient and objective. During the final negotiation, they notice a clause that could jeopardize their company's autonomy. By staying grounded and clear-headed, they negotiate better terms, ensuring long-term stability for their business. Reflection: are there areas in your life where impulsive decisions might lead to unnecessary risks? How can grounding yourself, like the tiger's eye, help you approach challenges with clarity? Imagine an entrepreneur on the verge of signing a partnership deal. They carry a tiger's eye stone as a reminder to remain patient and objective. During the final negotiation, they notice a clause that could jeopardize their company's autonomy. By staying grounded and clear-headed, they negotiate better terms, ensuring long-term stability for their business. Reflection: are there areas in your life where impulsive decisions might lead to unnecessary risks? How can grounding yourself, like the tiger's eye, help you approach challenges with clarity. The story of Angulimala, the bandit who became a monk, highlights the Buddhist perspective on protection. When Angulimala confronted the Buddha remained calm and fearless. This courage disarmed Angulimala, leading him to transformation. Lesson: just as the Buddha's grounded clarity protected him. Carrying tiger's eye can shield you from hasty decisions and harmful influences, guiding you to act wisely in financial matters. Emperor Ashoka, after converting to Buddhism, used principles of mindfulness and clarity to govern his vast empire. He implemented policies that balanced material prosperity with spiritual well-being, ensuring long-term stability for his people. Ashoka's ability to remain grounded amidst the pressures of leadership reflects the qualities of tiger's eye: patience, resilience, and protection. Lesson: like Ashoka, we can use mindfulness and grounding tools like tiger's eye to achieve both material and spiritual prosperity. The tiger's eye stone is a powerful ally in your financial journey, offering protection, clarity, and resilience. It reminds you to remain grounded and act wisely, even in uncertain times. A foreign coin represents the limitless potential of stepping beyond your comfort zone, both materially and spiritually. In Buddhism, this aligns with the teaching of boundless mind, Appamana Citta, encouraging us to expand our perspective and embrace the interconnectedness of the world. Financially, this means exploring opportunities that lie beyond familiar territories or current limitations. The foreign coin serves as a reminder to broaden your thinking and remain open to unexpected possibilities. This aligns with the Buddhist concept of impermanence, anicca. Everything is constantly changing, and opportunities can arise in the most unexpected ways when we adopt a global mindset. Example: a struggling entrepreneur begins carrying a foreign coin as a symbol of thinking beyond local markets. Inspired, they launch an online shop and attract customers from around the world, transforming their business. The Silk Road was a historic trade network connecting East and West, enabling the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures. Buddhism itself spread along these routes, adapting to different regions while maintaining its core teachings. Monks, traders, and travelers carried foreign coins as both currency and symbols of their journeys. Lesson: the foreign coin reminds us that financial and spiritual growth often come from venturing into the unknown. Just as Buddhism flourished through cross-cultural exchange, your financial journey can thrive by embracing diverse opportunities. A Buddhist tale recounts a merchant who found a foreign coin washed ashore. Though unfamiliar with its origin, the coin inspired him to seek trade beyond his village. With courage and effort, he established connections with distant markets, bringing prosperity to his community. When questioned by a skeptical elder, the merchant replied, "This coin taught me that the world is larger than I imagined, and wealth flows where openness leads." Lesson: the foreign coin symbolizes courage to explore and expand. It reminds us that by stepping beyond our comfort zone, we open ourselves to opportunities that would otherwise remain hidden. In today's interconnected world, the symbolism of the foreign coin is more relevant than ever. Opportunities such as freelancing, remote work, and investing in international markets mirror the coin's message of thinking globally. Example: a freelancer carries a foreign coin as a talisman. It inspires them to explore online platforms that connect them with clients worldwide, dramatically increasing their income. Buddhism teaches the principle of interdependence, pratityasamutpada, everything is connected. A foreign coin exemplifies this by showing how economies, cultures, and opportunities are interlinked. By embracing global thinking, you align yourself with this natural flow of abundance. When Siddhartha Gautama left his palace to seek enlightenment, he ventured into unfamiliar realms, encountering diverse teachings and challenges. His willingness to explore beyond his known world led to the discovery of universal truths. Lesson, like the Buddha's journey. The foreign coin reminds us that stepping beyond familiar boundaries, financial or otherwise, can lead to profound transformation and success. Emperor Ashoka, after embracing Buddhism, established relationships with neighboring countries to promote trade and cultural exchange. His global vision not only brought material prosperity, but also helped spread Buddhist teachings worldwide. Lesson, like Ashoka, we can use the foreign coin as a reminder to think beyond local boundaries, fostering both financial growth and cultural understanding. Openness to new opportunities. The foreign coin reminds us that wealth often flows from unexpected or unfamiliar sources. Courage to explore, stepping into the unknown requires courage. But it can lead to transformative growth. Interconnectedness, recognizing the global nature of opportunities aligns us with the Buddhist teaching of interdependence. A foreign coin is more than just currency, it's a powerful symbol of global thinking, courage, and interconnectedness. By carrying one, you invite the energy of expansion and openness into your life. In Buddhist philosophy, the bay leaf embodies purification, clarity, and prosperity. Just as bay leaves are used in cooking to infuse flavor, they symbolically infuse life with positive energy, clearing away negativity and creating space for growth. This aligns with the Buddhist practice of cultivating a pure mind, vijdi, to remove obstacles on the path to enlightenment, and, by extension, on the journey to financial success. Buddhism teaches that obstacles, whether mental or external, often stem from attachment, ignorance, or fear. The bay leaf serves as a reminder of the need to purify one's intentions and actions. By carrying a bay leaf, you align yourself with the energy of right intention, sammasankappa, a commitment to clarity and purpose in all your endeavors. A Buddhist story tells of a river blocked by fallen branches and debris. Villagers struggled to draw water until a wise monk suggested clearing the obstructions. Once the river flowed freely, the villagers prospered. Lesson, financial struggles are often like the obstructed river. Carrying a bay leaf symbolizes your commitment to removing blockages, negative thoughts, bad habits, or limiting beliefs that hinder the flow of prosperity. Bay leaves have long been used in spiritual rituals to attract abundance and remove negativity. Writing your financial goals on a bay leaf is a practical, symbolic act that focuses your intentions and clears mental and emotional blockages. This mirrors the Buddhist practice of sankalpa, setting mindful intentions to guide your actions. Example, a small business owner writes their goal, increase revenue by 20%, on a bay leaf. By carrying it daily, they remain focused on their objective, avoiding distractions and making strategic decisions. In Buddhist law, there is a story of a merchant burdened by debt who sought guidance from a meditation master. The master gave him a bay leaf, instructing him to write his goal on it and meditate daily. With renewed focus and clarity, the merchant not only repaid his debts, but also grew his wealth through mindful and ethical practices. Lesson, the bay leaf is a tool for mindfulness, reminding you to stay clear-headed and purposeful, even in the face of financial challenges. In Buddhist meditation, practices such as chanting or mindfulness are used to clear negative energy. Similarly, the bay leaf is thought to act as a purifier, removing emotional and mental clutter that can obstruct financial decision-making. Example, imagine someone who feels stuck in their career. By carrying a bay leaf and meditating on its symbolism, they focus on eliminating self-doubt and finding new opportunities for growth. Buddhism teaches that everything is interconnected through pratityasamutpada, dependent origination. Financial success is not just about individual effort but also about aligning with the flow of opportunities around you. A bay leaf, by clearing blockages, helps you remain open to this interconnected web of abundance. The ancient city of Nalanda, a hub of Buddhist learning, faced a crisis when it was blocked off from essential trade routes. The monks worked with local leaders to clear these obstructions, reviving the flow of resources and restoring the city's prosperity. The bay leaf symbolizes a similar effort in our personal lives, clearing the trade routes of financial energy. Lesson: just as Nalanda thrived after removing its blockages, your financial path clears when you actively remove limiting beliefs or obstacles. Goal-setting ritual: write a specific financial goal on a bay leaf. Carry it in your wallet or pocket as a daily reminder. Meditative purification: use a bay leaf in meditation. Visualize it absorbing negative energy or mental clutter, leaving your mind clear and focused. Attract abundance: place a bay leaf near your workspace or in your wallet to attract prosperity and maintain clarity in financial decisions. Bay leaves have been symbols of victory and achievement since ancient times, often used to crown leaders and winners of competitions. This cultural significance reinforces their symbolism as attractors of success. Reflection: what victories, big or small, can you celebrate today? How can clearing mental or emotional blockages help you achieve even greater success? In Buddhism, purification rituals, such as lighting incense or chanting, are essential for clearing the mind and space of negativity. The bay leaf serves as a similar tool, representing the clearing of inner and outer blockages. A story from the Buddha's life recounts how he and his disciples encountered a blocked forest path. The Buddha suggested removing the debris as a lesson in mindfulness and effort. Once the path was cleared, it became a vital route for travelers. Lesson: just as the Buddha emphasized the importance of clearing obstacles, the bay leaf reminds us to remove blockages in our financial and personal journeys. The bay leaf is more than a symbol, it's a practical tool for focus, clarity, and purification. By carrying one, you create a pathway free of blockages, allowing prosperity to flow into your life.